Welcome back to yet another 2GOZ garage video. If you guys don't know yet, my name is 2GOZ and this is one of the projects. This is the project we're going to be working on today. This is a 1991 Nissan Skyline GTST. We did a turbo kit on it, a top mount turbo kit, changed the intake manifold, put bigger fuel injectors, fuel rail. Right now, what we're going to be working on today is putting on the power steering belt and finish putting on the power steering reservoir piping. I had to cut this pipe off of a 300ZX twin turbo power steering pump because that's what I had laying around, and I was missing that piece. So hopefully we can make this work, and once we connect that, I'll put in the radiator and the fan shroud. We're gonna have to relocate the battery to the back of the car and wire up the fans. So we got a lot to do, so let's get straight into it.
Tell them to put the like, subscribe, and notification button on.
Be happy, be brave.
Be drug free.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the power steering belt. Had to get this bigger one. It's a Gates because I'm not using the stock harmonic balancer, and that one's a little bit bigger. So yeah, I'm gonna put the belt on, tighten that up. So I got the belt on and I got the tension right, so I'm gonna put the radiator on with the fan shroud, Mishimoto, brand new. So here it is right here. It's got the top brackets, and it's actually a really tight fit. Actually, if you guys want to know, if you have a Skyline, you're doing the same thing. I had to move this way. If you guys are wondering why this is not in line, it's because it doesn't fit with the Mishimoto radiator and fan shroud. So yeah, let's throw that in real quick and hook it up. Here we go. Tight fit. Alright, so the radiator is in, all bolted up, all hooked up. Hoses on the lower hose is hooked up, upper hose is hooked up. I got the brackets on, and it's pretty solid. Doesn't even move at all. So I gotta wire up the fans, but I'm not gonna do that yet until I move the battery to the rear. I gotta put this hose on over here. So I might add water to it and then crank the car to get water going to the system. Alright, so got the car, pushed it outside just so I can get some more room to move around it. I'm gonna have to jack it up, take off this wheel so I can take off the fender liner, and so I can route the wire through there to the inside of the car and then to the back. So where I'm planning to put the battery is somewhere in the back here, maybe right here in this corner. That way it's hiding, tucked away. But yeah, you can see there's plenty of room in this trunk. I'm gonna end up putting a sound system eventually, but you can see right there, there's wire coming through that hole, and that might be a spot for me to run this wire. So all I gotta do is run the one positive wire. Negative, I can just put it to any ground, maybe to here. That's any ground of the car. So I just gotta run the one red positive wire. So I gotta take off all this interior so I can put it right under all of it and try to tuck it away. You can see the rear's already gutted if you guys don't know that. And then I put that bar in there. So yeah, there's the interior. You guys haven't seen it in a while, but let's get to running this wire. It's gonna take a little while, but we'll get it done. This is the wire that we're gonna be using. It's thick, positive red wire. Alright, so we've made a lot of progress so far. Ran the wire, I took off the wheel and the fender liner. As you guys can see, I used the stock placement, and I used the stock grommet, went right through it and to the inside of the car. You can see it's all over here in the driver's seat now. So I gotta take off this interior now, these plastic panels, and run the wire all through here and straight under that carpet to the back. Got the plastic pieces off, as you can see, and the wires back there. I run the wire all under the carpet above this thing, following the same OEM wires. And there to the back. So now I gotta cover all this back up before I do that, I'm gonna run this to the trunk. So I need to figure out how to do that. Alright, so I had to get in the back. And what I'm gonna try to do is, you guys can see it's a lot easier on this car because the interior is already gutted in the rear. So you see that daylight right there? That goes to the trunk. So I'm just gonna run the wire right through there, and it's gonna lead right to my little corner where I want the battery, which is perfect. Interior's all back together, looking sharp. Don't even notice that I ran a wire, and you can see the wire is literally perfect. To the perfect spot where I want it. It runs back there, you see, I ran it through the panel, behind the panel. So now I need to put the fender liner back on and then slap the wheel back on. So as you guys can see, I put this piece, put that little terminal thing and some heat shrink on one terminal, on one of the positive wires. And the reason being, I'm gonna leave this here for anything else I need to connect in the bay, just to make stuff easier. And I'm gonna put another one on this one and connect them both together on this, the stock piece, the original piece. So pretty simple, nothing crazy. And I'm gonna try to make it look as clean as possible. You can see it looks pretty nice. Alright, so I hope it's not too windy for you guys to hear me, but I'll show you guys what we got going on. Everything's hooked up. Right now it's a mess because I just want to make sure everything works good. So if we look at up front, you'll see what I did. Connected both the positive terminals the same way that it is from factory. It's just the wire going to the back, and then negative I hooked it up over there. I want to make sure that this doesn't touch no ground. So I'm just gonna go in and turn the key and see what happens. I can see the clock is on, so we got power. It's 1:02 in the morning. All right, let's see. There you go. We got power. That is awesome. So this is what we got for now. We still need to get new terminals, so this is just temporary. But yeah, need to get a new positive terminal, and then need to find brackets or make brackets to hard mount the battery. But battery's in the back now. That's done.
Are you gonna put tape around it for one touch to melt?
Yeah, I still need to wire up the fans too. So yeah, we need to put this hose on that goes from the reservoir to the pump. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make this work. Might have to go buy a new hose too. Flexible. But look at this thing. Everything on it looks awesome. This thing is incredible. I kind of wish this stuff, all the red, was like purple too, to match all the pulleys. But
that bit looks so watery.
look, pee. So now that I ran the car for a little bit, the coolant did go down, so I'm gonna add some more. I would leave it idling, but it's just the power steering pump hose is not on. We have to get a new one, so I don't want to mess up the pump. It's full again, so I'm gonna leave it there. Next time we run it, I'm gonna have to check it again, just to make sure it's good. I'm sure it is gonna go down because it's gotta fill in the water lines going to the turbo and like refill like the whole manifold and everything. It needs to get all that filled up. But alright, so this is all done. Now hopefully tomorrow we get that hose for the power steering, and that'll be good. and then all that's left to do will be the exhaust, the wastegate, blow-off valve, and then there's a fitting on the bottom of the intake manifold that I didn't put because we don't have nothing necessary to use it for, so we just need to get a plug bolt, put it in, and that'll be good. And oh yeah, need to also do this, the radiator fan. That's the next thing to do too. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys liked it, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, and stay tuned for more. Peace out.